How are y'all doing this evening? How are y'all doing? How are y'all doing this evening? Come on in. Hey Bev, how you doing? How are you doing? Hello, sister. How are you? I know you just called me, but thanks for coming on. And Bev, Grandma called. I called Grandma yesterday, and she got him, and she said I was watching Monday Moments, and you talking about you was gonna call me, and you ain't called me. I just called her yesterday, so yeah, I got in trouble for that. Um, Yeah, so I want to come on briefly this evening. I got a thought. I got a thought that I want to share with you all um, this evening for this Monday moments. Hey, but let me talk about the event. Okay, let me see. Let me see if I can. And I know I'm doing this live, right? Watch me mess up. New layout per shift plus 5 shift. Okay, now, yeah, I want to talk about the event, right? I want you all to be there. I want you all to be there. It is happening. It is going down August the 7th. It is going down August 7th. Oh, I see it there. I see that. It's going down. It's going down August 7th. I was trying to, yeah, no, I am not tech savvy, but I wanted to post the flyer, but hey, whatever. Um, August 7th. Thanks, Demetrius. Listen, Demetrius, hey, cousin TT, how are you? Thanks for joining in. Demetrius, if you're on, can you do me a favor? Can you post it into the comments, my flyer for August 7th? Can you post that in the comments? Or K, if you can post that in the comments for August 7th. And listen, I know, cousin, you can't make it here. Hey, Yolanda, how are you? I know that you probably can't make it, cousin, to my event August 7th. Um, but definitely be online. I'll be live talking and singing on August 7th. Hey, God sister, how are you? Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much, TT. But yes, Demetrius, okay. Can you post the flyer in the comments? I'm doing well. I have no complaints. This has been a good weekend. Services yesterday were amazing. Hey, Pat, how are you? Um, Services yesterday have been really good, and I'm certainly appreciative to God for this weekend that I had, and it was just really good. But the Lord dropped a word. Well, it was actually two words in my spirit on yesterday on my way to church, because I was invited to. Hey, Dee, you have to call me back because I have to share this word with you. As a matter of fact, I might share it on here. I might share it on here. Um, because what I have to say is not long, but I want to share it. I want to share it. I was on my way to church yesterday, and I was like, Lord, just meet the needs of your people. I don't know what you want me to do, because when they invited me, they didn't necessarily say what they wanted me to do. What they want, I knew they wanted me to sing. They want me to sing, and so I was like, okay, so I'll sing a song or two, and that was that. But my placement when I got there, I was last, and so I was in the office and speaking with one of the other ministry gifts that was going to minister. And that's where the Lord revealed and showed me the completion of the words that he dropped in my spirit. So I'm on my way driving to Patterson, and the Lord dropped in my spirit, look beyond. And I was like, Lord, I don't know what the atmosphere is going to be, and I don't know how I'm going to get to that place or how you want me to address it. I didn't know, but I was like, Lord, whatever you do, just meet the needs of the people, and you get the glory out of whatever it is, but you do it. And in the service, I'm telling you, the presence of the Lord was so high, so high. I mean, God was really being who he is, and just letting his manifested presence reside in the church. And so the ministry gift that was going before me, he started speaking about Ezekiel and being in the place of sometimes we're in a situation where we're just stagnated and we feel like there's no progression and there is no movement. And sometimes we just get stuck and paralyzed by what we see. Because I've always said to you, hey, what's up, Khalid? Sometimes we're not confused, but sometimes we're stagnated by what we see because we compare ourselves. And you know that I say all the time that comparison paralyzes and slowly kills. So therefore, if you allow yourself to compare yourself to somebody, it paralyzes you because you're always going to try to measure up to that thing or that person, and you're paralyzed and you can't move forward in what God called you to do. And then if you stay paralyzed for too long, you lose momentum, you lose your metabolism, you become stuck and you can't move forward, and it kills your dreams, it kills your aspirations, it kills your progress when you compare yourself or measure yourself up to someone else, because you have no idea what it is they had to do to get to where they are. And when we sit there and we compare ourselves to them, we don't, we like to say, oh, you don't know my story. And that is the absolute truth. We don't know the story that people have had to go through to get where they are. There's an old statement, you don't know my story, you just looking at my glory. Yeah, but when you're walking and someone is consistently showing their glory and telling, like, look at me, look what's going on, or testifying about their situations and how God brought them through, and you're sitting on the sideline looking like, hey, well, what's going on, God? I'm still here. Because you have lost your focus, your vision has become impaired, and you're too busy looking at what's in front of you. You're too busy looking at where you are and looking at your current situations. But the Lord dropped it in my spirit yesterday to look beyond. And the book of Ezekiel talks about these valley of dry bones. And if we pay attention to what we see around us, there's always negativity. There's always death around us. There's always something or someone trying to tell you that you can't accomplish or you can't do it. Indeed, I know you'll remember this statement, but there's somewhere or something that's always trying to take you out every day of your life. There is an assignment that is placed from the pits of hell that someone is always trying to take you out. But we can't focus on that. We have to look beyond where we are and be able to speak those things that are not as though they are. Because in Ezekiel, he asked the question. He asked the question, can these dry bones live? And he replied to the Lord and was like, you know, yes, the Lord knows that these bones have the ability to live. And even these dead situations, even look at Lazarus. He waited until he started stinking and he showed up. So there is no dead situation that you cannot come from. There is no depth or pit or hole that you feel like you're in that you can't come out of. So I just want you to know that you need to look beyond where you are, look beyond how you feel, look beyond what you think of yourself or what somebody else said about you, and speak those things that are not as though they were, and they are. So you have to speak it. In Genesis, God displayed it. God displayed it, that the ability. Hey, Sister Brenda, how are you? He displayed it. He said it and then he saw it. He displayed the creatorial power by speaking words. And one thing I love about it, God did not diminish himself to live inside of us. All of God is living within us. So the same creatorial power that exemplified in the book of Genesis, we have the same ability to speak those things into existence. If you want to see your body healed, speak it. But you have to understand, the power of life and death is in your tongue. And if you're saying the wrong thing, those things will live. Those things will live because you're putting power behind it. You're speaking it and you're giving it life. So therefore you wonder, oh, I'm so tired. I'm so tired. Oh, I'm so broke. I'm so this. I'm so that. If you continue to speak those things, that's what will live. That's exactly what will live. But as soon as you realize who you are and what God says about you, you will have the ability to look beyond your current situation and see what God sees. You'll have the ability to look beyond what you feel and say, you know what? I'm going to accomplish whatever it is that you want to accomplish. You see yourself doing it, and then you speak it into existence. So yes, I'll say it again, and then I'll move on to the next thing. Look beyond. Look beyond where you are. Just the way the Lord looked beyond all of our faults and sees our needs and meet every need according to his riches and glory. So therefore, everything that we have need of, he supplies daily, and daily he gives us new grace and new mercy for us to see him in a new way, to experience him in a new way, because he loved us more than we love ourselves, until we come to the place and realize who we are and what we are. And so therefore God continues to show us how much he loves us. It's unconditional. There's nothing that you can do that will make God leave you desolate. There's nothing that you could ever say that will make God push you away. So look beyond where you are, what you think, and see what God sees, and have the ability to speak those things into existence, because you have the same creatorial power. So I want to encourage you to look beyond where you are. It could be a dead situation, but you have the ability to speak life to it, and it will live again. I dare you to put that in the comments. I dare you to put it in the comments. Speak to the dead things in your life and watch it come alive again. How many people have some dead things that you need to speak to, that because you need it to come alive again? You need it to come alive again, to live again. Look beyond what it looks like right now, what it looks like right now. Don't pay attention to what it looks like right now. Don't look at what it is right now, but look at what it will be as long as you speak what God tells you to speak. I feel help on here tonight. I'm telling you, you have to make sure that you do not become, don't allow what you see speak louder than what you know. Yeah, you got to make sure your faith is intact, and you have to make sure that your faith is in action. Don't allow what you see to speak louder than what you know. Okay, let me say it again. Don't allow what you see to speak louder to you than what you know. I know that God said that I'm already healed, because he was wounded for my transgressions, bruised for my iniquities. He took the chastisement of my peace upon him, and with his stripes, I am already healed. So I know that I'm already healed. So I'm not going to allow what I see to speak louder than what I know. I know that no weapon formed against me will prosper. So therefore, I'm not going to allow the weapons being formed, and I see those, to speak louder than the word that's telling me it's not going to work. I'm not going to allow my current situation to speak louder than me knowing that I'm the head and not the tail. Come on here. Look beyond what you see. Look beyond what you feel, because sometimes we deal with life and life is life, and sometimes we get beat down by that. But you can no longer allow that to happen. You have the ability to speak to those situations and tell it, listen, you're not going to overwhelm me. You're not going to overtake me, because I shall live in the peace of God. And what's going to happen? These troubles are not going to last. They're but for a moment, because there's a far more exceeding weight of glory that's going to be revealed in my life. So when you see me, this is what glory looks like. This is what glory looks like. This is what glory looks like. This is what victory looks like. This is what victory looked like. This is what manifested healing looks like. This is what his manifested presence feels like. This is what his manifested presence looks like. Oh no, when this is life right here. This is unspeakable joy right here, because I'm looking beyond what I feel, because sometimes my feelings will tell me to stay in the bed and don't get up. But no, then the word, what I know that tells me I shall not die, but live and declare. How can I live and declare if I'm standing in the bed, if I'm not moving, if I'm not being about my Father's business, if I don't have momentum, if I don't grab hold of these moments, these things that are happening in my life that I can grab hold onto and move forward and be productive? I know this is a Monday moment, but listen, this moment will last. This moment continuously grows there because it's momentum. I'm telling you, you have to see yourself in a better state. You have to see yourself in the same way that God sees you. God sees you victorious. Why? Because he provided the victory for you. God sees you differently than you look at yourself from time to time. But we have to be able to look beyond where we are, look beyond what we see, look beyond that, look beyond it, just the way the Lord looked at us, and he looked beyond all of our flaws. He doesn't see our flaws. He sees his blood. So therefore, if he can look beyond, why can't we look beyond? If he looked beyond all of our flaws and the fact that how nasty we are, he continuously ministering to us, and he's telling you, I got an exchange policy, because he says, cast all your cares upon me, for I care for you. You don't have to carry them. And in exchange for your drama, in exchange for your cares, I'm going to give you peace. I'm going to give you unconditional love. I'm going to give you happiness. I'm going to give you joy unspeakable. I'm going to give you all of these things, but you have to be willing to give up, exchange it, give up all those things that you're carrying, the burdens, the worry, because faith and worry can't live in the same space. Look beyond what you feel. Look beyond what it looks like. Look beyond your paycheck. My God, today, because little becomes much in the hand of the Lord. But if you continue to hold on to it and try to penny pinch, you can't do that. You can't penny pinch. You have to live by faith, and you got to make sure that you're putting your faith in action. God, I don't know how you're going to do it, but I believe you and I trust you to do it. I am expecting money from different places. I am expecting favor from many different places, because I'm looking beyond my current situation. Lord, type in help is on the way. Help is on the way. When you change your thinking, when you change how you see things and you look beyond the current circumstance, that's when that gives God the space and the opportunity to work. But if we're still saying what we see, oh my Lord, don't focus on what you see, because you don't need to talk about that. You don't need to talk about it because everybody see it. You need to talk about what you see beyond that. Talk about what you see beyond that. So I wanted to encourage you today, because I'm already at 6:15, but I wanted to encourage you to look beyond where you are. Now, listen, I want to talk about this. My friend, my sister from another Mr. Deed, reached out to me the other day and gave me a little challenge. she said, listen, brother, I got this topic and I want you to help me and just share your perspective on this. She said that she had the topic is, Lord, help me to fight so I won't hurt myself. So I was thinking about it. I was in thought and I was praying. I said, Lord, help me to fight so I won't hurt myself. And the Lord took me to 1 Samuel 30, and I had to go back to 29 to read it to get the backdrop of the story, because that's another thing when you read the word. Don't just read. If you're trying to get something with an understanding, sometimes you may have to go back a chapter and ahead a chapter. So I started at chapter 30 and I read that, and I went back to 29 to get some more background information. So in 1 Samuel chapter 29 and 30, it speaks about David. But David decided to go and fight somebody else's fight, the prince. He went to go help the prince fight a fight. And listen, the first point I want to talk about, know your fight. And I know we want to be able to help people, but we have to understand and know when it's our fight, because understand this. The Lord tells us that this battle is not yours, but it's the Lord. So that's the first thing in learning how to fight. You have to be able to decipher which fight is yours and how you're supposed to fight in each fight. Because in order for you to know how to fight and how He's going to teach you how to fight, you got to first be obedient. Oh, Lord. My Lord. You got to know your fight. And then the first way for you to know how to fight and to learn how to fight is to first be obedient, because sometimes you're going to a gunfight with a knife, and guess what? You're going to lose. You can't go to spiritual warfare talking about you trying to physically fight somebody, because you're going to lose the fight, because you're going with the wrong ammunition for the fight. You're going with the wrong strategy for the fight. So you got to first know your fight. And this is all in chapter 29 and 30 of 1 Samuel. You got to first know your fight. Then you got to be obedient, because once the Lord give you the instruction on how to fight this particular fight, because listen, in this fight, he could tell you to sit there and just worship me. And because he does that as well. He'll tell you, worship me. And then while you're worshiping me, I'm going to do the rest. He'll have the enemy confused and kill themselves, but you're too busy trying to fight a fight that you don't supposed to fight. This is where the scripture says that this battle is not yours, it's the Lord's. He's telling you to worship and you trying to fight. So therefore you're confused. And no, you got to be able to be obedient in a place where you can hear what God is saying and how to fight. He's going to give you the strategy. But if you're so consumed with anger and malice and just trying to have revenge and trying to get back, you're going to lose the fight. So the way that you can win the fight, you said, Lord, help me to fight so I won't hurt myself. You got to be obedient to be able to hear when he gives you the instruction. Then we're going to move on down. Because I took some notes. I wrote some notes and I said, Lord, let me tell you something. If you don't help me, because there were so many different things, because I wanted to talk about Gideon. And then I was saying, oh Lord, I can't add that one, but I'm going to work on this message in its entirety. But then you got to learn let me get back to it. You got to know your fight. And then after you know your fight and you're obedient to instructions and you're in the place where you can hear the strategy for the fight, then you got to assess the collateral damage. My God, today, you have to understand, and look, this is all a part of learning how to fight. You got to assess the collateral damage, because you have to understand, once God gives you the strategy and how to fight this particular fight, you got to be able to look beyond and see what the collateral damage will be after you fight. You have to weigh out the options. You have to assess the collateral damage. If I fight this fight with my fist, understand this, I'm going to be hurt and I'm going to hurt somebody else. You have to think about your healing process while you're ready to fight. You have to think about who else is going to be affected by your fight. You have to also understand what's going to be affected by your fight. You have to assess the collateral damage. We're just ready to go and fight and tear up stuff, not even thinking about who's going to be affected from our willingness to fight and how to fight. Listen, there's an old song says that this battle may not be won with bullets and guns, but you got to have Jesus deep down within. So therefore, you can't fight a carnal a spiritual fight with carnality. You can't go and fight a gunfight with a knife. You can't fight a gunfight with a bat because you're not strategically ready for the fight. So you have to first understand, know your fight. Now understand and know that, hey, this fight right here is spiritual warfare. So I know that I have to get myself together and be ready to fight spiritually because this is a spiritual battle. Understand and know that if this is your fight, God is going to give you the strategy and instructions. You have to be in a place where you can hear, Lord, help me today, D. You have to be in a place where God can use you and be strategic about this fight, because the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but they're mighty through God, through the pulling down of strongholds. So therefore, your position in this fight may just be pulling down strongholds, not physically, but spiritually. Your position in this fight may be just to worship. Your position in this fight may be, listen, just make sure you have water for those that's going to fight. Your position in this fight just may be, listen, I'm just going to tell you what to do, but I'm supposed to stay home. Know your fight, be obedient, assess the collateral damage, know who's going to be affected by your willingness to fight. Then you have to worship, because after you fought down and now you see the results of the fight, the collateral damage. This is in 1 Samuel chapter 30. You have to assess the collateral damage, because when David went to fight and took them to fight, he left home. And because home was affected, they captured all of their wives and their children, and they took all of them. So therefore, you're in a place, because you didn't assess the collateral damage. Look what has happened in this 1 Samuel 30. Wives and children were taken. Cattle and everything was taken. So now you have to get to a place of worship because of your willingness to say yes. Now, this is a sidebar. Your yes is never comfortable. Oh, help me today, Lord. Your yes sometimes is never comfortable. Your yes is never comfortable. Your yes does not always align with your feelings. Your yes sometimes make you uncomfortable. Your yes will go against everything you think or the plans that you've had for your life, because you said yes. Your yes will challenge you in every area of your life, so God can make sure that you are willing to fight. That's a sidebar. So this is not applied to make you scared to say yes, but this is letting you know that when you say yes, you got to put in the work. Lord, my God, come on and put in the comments, I'm willing to put in the work. I'm willing to put in the work. So here it is in the text of 1 Samuel chapter 30. David decided to go and fight. He didn't assess the collateral damage. So therefore, he comes back from the fight and see what has happened, to see who and what was affected by the fight. Now he gets to a place where those that went to fight with him, they're ready to stone him because they came back to everything being burnt down and everything taken as well. Because once again, like I said, when you're getting in these fights and you're not assessing the collateral damage of your yes and your willingness to fight, this is what happens. Everything you love, everything that you worked hard for is now gone. It's not where you left it. So now it forces you to get to a place of worship. How do I learn how to fight? Know your fight. Be obedient, assess collateral damage, and be willing to worship. Lord, I'm excited. Be willing to worship. Now, in worship, let me tell you this. This is where God reveals you to you. So all these people that talk about they be in their prayer closets and they be in worship and God never shows them anything about themselves. They're in somebody else's closet. They're not in their own, because every time I'm in my prayer closet, every time I'm in worship, God reveals more of me to me. He reveals more of what I need to change in me. He reveals so much about me in worship and in my prayer time, to where I'm in worship, and because worship ain't nothing but a mirror, because it shows you you. I come out of worship and be like, Lord, I know I can be a little bit nicer. Lord, I know I can do this better. Lord, I know I can. Lord, please forgive me. That's what worship does. So in this text, David had to worship because now everything that he loved and worked hard for is now gone because he went to fight and help somebody else in their fight. So now worship, God is releasing instruction. So after worship, he asked the Lord, what should I do? What should I do? And the Lord is going to reveal and give more instruction because this is what he does while you're in worship. Oh, worship is so multifaceted. Hear what I'm saying? Worship is so multifaceted. Listen, worship is the best therapy you can ever experience. You can cry, you can holler, you can do everything. This is a sidebar. Worship is so multifaceted, and you can gain so much in worship. So yeah, you got to worship to get an instruction. Again, he asked the Lord, shall I pursue and recover? And the Lord tells him yes, because now through this experience, you've learned how to fight. Hear what I'm saying? These experiences that we go through, it teaches us. Every test and trial that you go through, it teaches you how to respond and how to fight the next time. Now, if you miss it, you're going to have to go through the same test and the same fight over and over again. Over and over again, over and over again. He proves his love to us. See what I'm saying? So we go through these cycles because we're disobedient. We go through these cycles because we don't pay attention and we don't know our fight. So we're just around here fighting and doing stuff and just being busy and not being smart. But we got to worship. In worship, he reveals instruction. He reveals instruction. We got to listen to the word, listen to the instruction. Then we'll have the ability to go and pursue and recover all that was taken. And I know that the hype moment of the pursue and recover is always great because in this story, he goes back and get everything that he had plus more. And has so much to gather and to take back to all those. And none of his family members were killed, and everybody came back and everybody was blessed. I mean, I'm telling you, it was amazing. The story is amazing. And one thing I like about God, he's not a respecter of persons. What he did for you, he can do for somebody else. What he did for me, he will do for you. What he did for you, he can do it for me. If we follow his specific instructions. So Lord, help me to fight. Yes. How am I going to fight? By following your instruction, knowing my fight, knowing my strategy for the fight, assessing collateral damage, know who's going to be affected because of my willingness to fight. And then listen for the instructions in worship. And then you can pursue and recover all, and not just all, but above and beyond. But you got to be able to look beyond the fight and know that God is willing to be there and to do everything that you're asking him to do. Exceedingly abundantly above all we could ever ask or think, according to the power that works where? Within us. See, a lot of people hear that scripture and they think, oh, God is going to do it. No, it's the power that worketh within us. He's going to do above, exceedingly abundantly above all. Right there, exceedingly abundantly above all we could ever ask or think. So what God has for us is we can't even conceptualize it. That's how much he said he wanted to bless us. But it starts where? In here. So we got to look beyond ourselves. And sometimes it hurts. Sometimes it hurts looking beyond where we are because you're so busy focusing on what it is that we see. Put your faith in action and be willing to work. Be willing to put in the work. And if this is your fight, saying, all right, Lord, roll up your sleeves. All right, Lord, this is my fight. I'm going to worship you through this. I need instruction because I can't do it alone. If God be for me, he's more than this world against me. Lord, teach me how to fight. Lord, teach me how to pray. Lord, teach me how to wait. Because sometimes that's one thing we don't like to do. But waiting is a strategy to fight. Because if the Lord tell you, wait, not yet, don't move. Be still and know that I am God. If he's telling you to wait in this fight and you're too busy trying to move and walk, he's like, no, I told you to wait. Because the enemy will come and pass you, won't even recognize you. and leave the spoil. Leave the spoil. Sometimes we don't know how to wait. The Lord is saying, wait, be still, be still, be still. I don't want you to move right now. I need you to be still. I need you to be silent. I need you to pay attention. I need you to pay attention. But we can't, we got to learn. We got to learn how to wait. We got to learn how to fight. We got to learn how to pray. We got to learn how to move. We got to learn how to follow his principles and understand this about his principles. You know, people say, oh, you got to be saved. No, if you follow the principles of God, like tithing is a principle. You ain't got to have the Holy Ghost to pay tithes. And the blessings that he's going to give back is not because you save. It's a principle. It's the cycle of blessings. That's what it is. It's the cycle of blessings. It's a principle. Give and it shall be given unto you. Pressed down, shaken together, running over. And he says that men is going to give into your bosom because you're following the principle. So understand that. So today, I know I am over. I am over my time. But listen, look beyond where you are. Look beyond. Look beyond. Don't worry about what you feel. Don't worry about what you see currently. And don't worry about what your bank account says. Don't do it. Don't do it. Because God doesn't work in what you see. He works in the unseen. That's what faith is. Because if you could just walk around and say, oh, see, this is my faith. I got faith. Look at me. I got faith. Faith is in my hand. No. Just the way, and I said, just share this with Tracy. Let me tell you how God wants you to have faith. I'm going to use this example, and I shared it with her. A chair. You go in a room that you've never been in before. You go into a building or any place that you've never been before. You see a chair. You go sit in it. You don't ask no questions, whether it's going to hold you up, how long they had the chair, or anything. You just go and sit your happy hips in that chair with no questions asked. You just go and sit down. That's how God wants us to depend on him with our faith. Oh, I ain't worried about that. I know God got it. So I'm going to go and rest on him. God got me. I need this amount of money. Oh, I ain't worried about it. God got me. And because that's how I live my life. I plan stuff and don't have the money for it. Because listen, God, I need you to do it. I need you to do it. I need you to do it. So just like I'm going to go into this room and sit on this chair, I go and lay on my bed because I know it ain't going to move. I know it's there. I know, listen, you go like, that's right, Bev. You go and sit your happy hips in whatever chair. You go lay your body in that bed. You don't think it ain't going to move and it ain't going to fall. Yeah, I'm telling you, this is the way I live my life. See, my sister's saying, yes, he do. This is the way I live my life. I take God at his word. I take God at his word. That's just the way I know, Grandma. It is the truth. You go lay yourself in that bed. You don't ask no questions. You just know it's going to hold you up. That's how God wants us to lean and depend on him, putting our faith in action. And we dress the bed up and make it look nice and everything just for us to go get back in it. And I mean, you just go anywhere. You go to church. Oh, I'm going to sit right here. Oh, and then you've got the nerve to have favorite seats in church and all this other stuff. And then your faith is wavering. Isn't it something? You have wavering faith. And then we ask God amidst of what it is that we need him to do. Oh, well, God, if you want to, if it be your will, if it be your will, Lord. Listen. You should know it's his will if it's aligned with the word of God and it aligns with what he has for you for your life. Yes, it's his will. Anything that I pray and ask God for direction and give me instruction. So yes, this battle is not mine, Lord. It's yours. So I don't know how you want me to fight this fight, but listen, I'm going to walk because sometimes we sit still waiting for God to answer. And he said, listen, as you move, I'm going to give you some instruction. And that's me. That's how I live too. God, this is what I want to do. All right. And once I get the release, I go and start working and planning and doing it. I don't have the money to do it. Definitely. My recording last year was a faith move. It was a faith move. That thing cost me almost $8,000 or $9,000, but it was a faith move. I went, started planning it and getting it done. And guess what? I don't have no bills. It's paid for because I put my faith in action. And just like I'm sitting in this chair right now, I ain't check it because I knew it was going to hold me up, just the way I knew God going to take care of me, because he always does. Make sure your faith is in action. Make sure your faith is where it needs to be. All right. I love y'all. Look beyond and listen. Lord, help me to fight so I won't hurt myself. And I'm still going to be working on it. I'm still going to be working on this message because I'm going to preach this. And then loving you ain't going to kill me. How about that? I'm going to preach that one too. But let me tell you, I want to definitely August 7th. I don't want Sister try to post the flyer, but it didn't work. So I don't know, but it's on my page and I'll repost it today. And yes, my Cash App is up. Please help me out. I need your help. Honestly, I need your help. Help me get this stuff done. Any amount I appreciate. I am so grateful. If you want to go ahead and just sow $10,000, I'm going to accept that as well. Because listen, everybody that supports, listen, we're growing together. And when I said I feel money coming and doors opening, promotion, increase, listen, it's coming. I need y'all to touch and agree on that. Increase is coming to my house. I need y'all to put that in, type that in the chat. Type that in the chat. Increase is coming to my house. I need y'all typing slow. Y'all typing slow, saints. Increase is coming to my house. Say it. I need you to put it in the chat. I need you to put it in the chat. I can't move on till you do it. Increase is coming to my house. It's coming. Yes, increase is coming to my house. It is coming. I say it now and I believe it. Increase is coming. Let me type it. One keyboard wasn't working, so let me yeah, increase is coming to my house. That's right, Deed. It is here. It is living in here. Let me tell you, and this increase lay in the bed with me, increase in my refrigerator every time I touch it, increase in my cabinets, increase all up in this house. I'm telling you, we're going to be so blessed. We're going to be able to bless one another because we can't receive these blessings and not be a blessing to somebody else. All right. So listen, August 7th, I need you to be there. Yeah, and I'm telling you, I remember years ago, I would declare certain things, make declarations and affirmations. I would shrink it down and put it in my shoes and I would walk on it. When I tell you, that's how crazy I am. I believe God. Listen, I don't play with it. I believe God to do exceeding abundantly above all I could ever ask or think. And it's going to start here. Once I start speaking it and believe it, let me tell you, it's those, God will take the foolish things to confound the wise. Listen, I don't play with it. I'll shrink it down and put it in my shoes, walk on it, put it on the refrigerator, put it on the mirror, everywhere I go. I'm speaking it. Put it in my book bag, put it in my car, because I believe God. I'm looking beyond my current circumstance. I'm looking beyond it. Yes, I'm looking beyond it. Because I know God is willing and able to do everything and above whatever I ask him. So yes, the Cash App, Bev posted the Cash App, and y'all pray for me because I had an issue with posting my Cash App because I didn't like to do it, but I am so appreciative for Bev encouraging me and pushing me. And there have been some people that have sowed, and I am so forever grateful. But yeah, I need your help. The Cash App is the $ the T Lewis Agency. I definitely, and just put in the comment, put your name in the comment, or if you want to give a word in the comment, definitely seed sown or whatever. But I appreciate it, and I need your help. Help me so we can get this event on August 7th. and I need help with paying for to release this music, this record from the recording last year. If those that's going to come to the event on August 7th, I will be playing a song from the recording so you can hear how it sounds. So definitely, I'm going to sing a couple of songs, but I don't know if I'll sing some stuff from the recording. I may sing the intro or something like that, but I'm going to play it. Definitely. I'm going to be playing it so you can hear it. And yeah, I need your help. I need your help. I'm asking, I'm not begging, and you have not because you ask not. And I believe God, if you be a blessing, God is going to bless you. And I'm going to appreciate you and tremendously thank you. So I need your help with the event for August 7th. And I need your help with helping me finish this project. I need your help. That's from my heart. I really need your help financially to help me get this done because I got to pay for more studio time. I have to pay for some extra auxiliary work from other musicians. And so it's costly, but I believe God. I believe God. And I got 2 more songs that I'm going to do and add to it. See, I told you, my faith is crazy. I'm just adding. I'm just adding. That's right. And I talk about it all the time. Be specific in my asking. And I'm asking you, I need your help definitely to finish this this album with this studio time and with the musicians to get this stuff done. And then I can upload it to all digital outlets to release the music. And hopefully I want to do a release event so that all of you can come and support it. But I want to do that at the beginning of 24, in the top portion of 24, or maybe I'll wait till the spring, the weather be a little nicer. But I won't do it without you. I promise you, I will not do it without you because you guys have been supportive of me in Monday Moments. So this is why I'm excited about August 7th. And I said before, it is 8-7 at 7. 8 symbolizes new beginnings. Yeah, my God, I'm telling you, I believe God. August is going to bring new doors. August is going to bring new promotions. August is going to bring so many different new things in our lives. New opportunities, new revelation, new money. I'm telling you, God is going to do it. So 8-7 at 7. And like I said, God is going to complete some things. That worryation and that fear, he's going to complete that. He's going to complete the work in you. So definitely come out. Let's be prayerful. August 7th is going to be at 12. Oh Lord, I can't. It's on Stuyvesant Avenue in Union. Let me look at this flyer because I don't want to give no wrong information. No wrong information. But it's going to be in Union on Stuyvesant Avenue. So definitely, I need your help. I need your help. I'm telling you, I need your help. It's going to be nice. I'm giving out little boxes of little refreshments, and everything's cost money. So I want to make sure that you guys that's going to be there in attendance, that you have the presentation is nice. I'm all for nice presentations. My sister, my brother came over last weekend to help me to design the new t-shirt. So I am excited. I am excited about it. I am really excited about it. So yes, it's going to be at 1291 Stuyvesant Avenue in Union, New Jersey. It's the Art Meets Gallery. It's at an art gallery. Aren't we fancy? We're doing something new. We're doing something new. 1291 Stuyvesant Avenue in Union. We're doing something new. Come, and like I said, even when you come into the art gallery, all the art that's on the wall is for sale. If you want to purchase something, the artist will be there that you can talk to him if you have something in mind that you would like to talk to him about. So come and be a blessing, because I want to be a blessing to everyone that I'm connected with, So anybody buy some art off the wall, I'm excited about it. If you support me, I'm excited about it. I'm going to have t-shirts. Like I said, t-shirts are $25. If you're not able to come, buy a t-shirt. Please let me know. And that way I have all sizes now, Bev. I got small, medium, large, extra large, and 2X. If you require a larger size, just let me know so I can pre-order it and make sure that I send it to you. So my tagline is "One moment can change your life." So we have 2 new designs of that. So I have t-shirts that will be for sale. So definitely $25 get you a t-shirt. I appreciate you for it. I know on the Spotify page, we had journals. So I have to open that back up, but I still have journals. We can get those done. And listen, I am excited. I want to help me build this merchandise. Yes. So, and I'm working on even hats because I know y'all see me every week. I have here, my hairline is good too. But I have hats, and let me share. I keep hats on all the time. Even at work, they ask me, "You keep a hat on?" Because I stay cold all the time. So if I keep my head covered, that'll keep the heat in a little bit, and I won't be as cold. So this is why I keep hats on. So therefore, I have hats coming out also that's going to have my logo on the front of it. So I'm working on that. But those hats will have to be pre-ordered the night of the event, or you can order them. You can put your order in the night of the event, August 7th. You can put your order in for your hats. Okay. And the hats are going to be $20. The hats are going to be $20. T-shirts, 25. And I'm excited. I'm excited. Help me to build this brand, the T. Lewis Agency Band. We are a consulting firm. We consult where one conversation can help you bring your vision to manifestation. So I do a lot of artist development. I do project management, event planning. That's what we do here. And also I do, once I finish my degree, I'm only a few credits away. My degree in psychology, I will be having counseling sessions and so forth. So God is really blessing, and he's moving in a specific way. And I'm grateful. I'm grateful. And y'all pray. I'm working on these books. So y'all pray that I get this stuff done. This is why I'm asking for your finances to help me push and get this stuff done, because I have to make sure that I leave my impact in the earth. I have to make sure I leave my impact in the earth. Okay. Also, those that are here in Jersey, I know you, if you follow my social media, I have been posting on Instagram and Facebook. I am the project manager for an event on Wednesday, this Wednesday, the 26th. It's called the United We Stand concert, and it's birthed from one of my brothers, one of my best friends, my brother. His daughter was killed in a accident, the drunk driving accident. And from this, they birthed this movement, and that's what it's a movement, and it's called the 4A Productions. It's the 4A Productions, and this concert is going to be moving around the country with different gospel artists, gospel quartet. So we're having this concert on Wednesday. Leandria Johnson will be hosting it. Zacardi Cortez will be singing. Rich Talbert will be singing. Melvin Crispell will be singing. Daryl Walls and Paco Walls. It'll be 5 guests on the ticket. VIP tickets are $50. General seating is $35. And if you're not able to come and you want to be a blessing, Cash App the T. Lewis and put in the comment concert. Really want to be a blessing to my brother and his the baby's mom, his girlfriend, because it's very tragic that they lost her, and she was in the military, she was in the Marines. Yes, Melissa. He will be here. So it's a very tragic thing, but so we want to make sure that the presence is definitely, God is there, and that there can be some healing taking place. And that's what is, that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about, healing taking place in so many different areas. So that's what this group was birthed out of, tragedy. So definitely going to go and be a blessing to him and the family, and so they can let God do the work in them. So definitely, this is what I want you to do. Help support what's going on. Hit the Cash App, the T. Lewis Agency, and put in the comments for if it's for me, or if you want to just give a donation to the concert, the United We Stand concert. VIP is $50 and general seating is $35. Don't forget, t-shirts for my event, August 7th, 25, hats, and they're the hats with the netting in the back, the cap with the netting in the back. So those are going to be 20. And then also, if you want the full fitted, we'll work on that. So we'll talk about that. So I'm going to try to build up the merchandise. So I'm working. You see, I'm working for the kingdom. I'm working. I'm working for the kingdom, and we're going to push it. Yes, the United We Stand concert. And so definitely hit me up and help me out. I need your help. I really need your help. And yeah, and I'm done. And just remember that one moment can change your life. And prayerfully, there's something that I've said or shared with you will cause you to self-examine and to take inventory. And something can change. If it ain't changing your life, but it's changing your thinking and changing your perspective, we can definitely do that. The concert that's going to take place on Wednesday, this Wednesday, is going to be at St. John Baptist Church here in Jersey City, 525 Bramhall Avenue, 525 Bramhall Avenue. And there is parking. So it's 525 Bramhall Avenue here in Jersey City. And that's this Wednesday. It starts at 7 p.m. If you do VIP, there's a VIP reception that starts at 6. Come and get some refreshments before the concert start. And yeah, it's gonna be really great. It's gonna be really great, really great. 525 Bramhall Avenue this Wednesday at 7. Hit me up. I have the tickets, and I'll put your name down at will call so that when you get to the door, you can come right in, get your wristband, and come on in. Thank you. I love you. I'm praying for you, and I believe, and God knows I believe it. That increase is coming to your house, just like it is coming here. So thank you so very much. I love you, and remember, one moment can change your life, and I hope that something that we've shared will change your life, and if not your life, your thinking. All righty. I love you. Be blessed. Enjoy the rest of your Monday. I am excited about it. And let's get dinner ready. It's time to get. I'll love you too, Pat. Thank you so very much. I love y'all. And I can't wait to see y'all on the 7th, August 7th. It is coming quickly too. It is 2 weeks away. Yes, it is 2 weeks away. 2 weeks away. We got to take lots of pictures and lots of hugs and all of that. And I'm preparing. I'm preparing for y'all. I'm preparing for you. Yes, I am. I'm preparing for you to come and share love. And so we got to get off here because my brother and sister, they have Bible study at 7, the TLC, the Lighthouse Church in Charlotte will be coming on. So those of you, I will be sharing that flyer. So let's get over there and support them in Bible study. The Lighthouse Church, Charlotte. They're at the Sheraton over by the airport. My brother and sister will be starting Bible study tonight. That at 7 is every Monday night at 7, and they will be going into full swing service in a few months. So we'll be prayerful for him and her that God will continue to bless them and the church. So listen, look at my page. Like I said, I'll be posting, sharing the Bible study there. So let's get off so we can get to Bible study on time. All right. I love y'all. And I'm praying for you. And do me a favor, hit the Cash App. I thank you and appreciate you for it. Love you. Have a good night.